one touchdown on the sideline. The first one, what did you see? Did you think that you were going to get pushed out of bounds there?
Yeah, usually catch a ball like that on the sideline, the DB just pushes you out of bounds. But, I made a little subtle move like I was going back inside because that's what, receivers usually do when they catch a ball that close to the sideline. He fell for it. So.
Amari, this might be the last time we get to talk to you in this locker room. How would you reflect on your first season here with the Browns?
Ultimately, obviously we set a bigger goal, and that was to make the playoffs, win the division. We kind of fell short of that. As one of the leaders on the team, I take responsibility for it. And, hopefully I can come back and we can accomplish that.
Individually, though, how would you look at your own?
It's been cool. Scored a lot of touchdowns. Made some plays. I'm really the type of player that oftentimes reflect back on the plays that I didn't make. I definitely feel like I left plays out there. But that's why we practice. That's why we work hard in the offseason so we can come back the next season and be better. So that's what I plan on doing.
EVP said you'd like to get you enough yards to give you your career high for a season. Is that something that's important to you at all?
Of course. I would be lying if I said it wasn't. Every year you want to get better. Because, like they say, if you're not getting better, you get worse. So, you don't work real hard in the offseason and the preseason to get worse. So, yeah, it's something that's very important to me.
Does this feel like the best season you ever played?
I wouldn't say so. Yeah, but maybe. I really don't know. I haven't really reflected on it like that.
Can you give us an example of a play you want back?
Of course, there's a lot of plays I want back. But yeah, it's that drop on fourth down that I had on the sideline, the touchdown that I slipped and kind of hit my chest in the snow. Okay, I can name a few.
Hey, Amari, what's reasonable number of average targets the number one receiver on the team should get? 10, less than 10, more than 10?
If you asking me, more than 10.
But 10 seems a lot. That's 70.
170.
Yeah. Sorry.
I was just glad, but
But you went the whole first half without a catchable ball.
yeah, sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles, Just got to make the best of your situations. Like I had 3 catches for over 100 yards. Sometimes guys have. I've had 10 catches for less than 100 yards before. So you just got to make the most of your opportunity.
That second half in Washington do for you guys offensively, especially with Deshaun coming back, and then you guys had to play in lousy weather, but you finally got a nice weather day, and it all came together in that half of football. So just what does that do for you guys offensively when you look at the big picture of your potential?
Yeah, at the end of the day, we play in a state that's not really suitable for football in terms of like the weather. Like other teams have domes and stuff like that. So it just comes with the territory playing for this team. But it's the challenge that we should look forward to because it's not like we're out there playing by ourselves in the snow. Like we're competing against another team in the same situation. So it's just something that we have to learn to be really good at. If we want to win the games and we playing in that weather. But in terms of playing against Washington the second half, pro sports is a big part of it is momentum, and I think we took advantage of the momentum that we had.
Do you feel like a lot of it was adjustments that you made at halftime? Is there anything at the half that you thought that was different than in years past and you capitalized on?
I wouldn't say more so different. Every halftime adjustments are made based off what's seen. It's just all about going out there and executing. And at the end of the day, the other team, isn't out there on the field at halftime. They're making adjustments too. So, but we did make some good adjustments, and we went out there and we executed them. So it came down to execution, really.
Would you expect next year passing game to be more prevalent, full slate of Deshaun Watson?
I'm not sure. I mean, we have a great running game, but it's important to have balance. I've noticed since being in the league and especially being on this team, if we're running the ball good, we're gonna keep running it. Yeah, I mean, if we're passing the ball good, we keep passing it. It's all about how it's going throughout the course of the game. Like, you don't really just plan on saying, hey, we're gonna be a passing team this year or a running team this year. I mean, if we're running the ball and it's not working, then obviously you have to pass. So it just depends.
Last week you guys knocked the Commanders out of the playoffs. This week you have an opportunity to try and knock the Steelers out of the playoffs. Have you gotten a sense of what it would mean to Browns fans for you to end Pittsburgh's season?
Yeah, I have. I think I heard somewhere yesterday that we haven't swept the Steelers since like the 80s or something like that. So, obviously that would be a real cool thing to do with the players on this team. And also, just because of the rivalry, be able to spoil their playoff hopes. So I know how important it is.
Tom was talking about that week 3 matchup the other day. You mentioned they struggled to stop you. He said, hopefully we have familiarity with them and they'll be better the second time facing you personally. Do you feel like the second matchup time for you gives you an advantage? Seeing the team in a second time in a season?
I don't think just that in particular gives me the advantage. No, I think what would give me an advantage is my preparation. Obviously watching film, breaking down the players who I'll be going up against, things like that more so.